Hi.
Hi, guys.
No, I'm doing it.
Okay. And you missed last week. Go for it.
Yeah, I want to do it. It's my turn. Get off the fucking slide, Jackson. It's my turn to go down and put my hands up and go, wee. Welcome to this episode of the official podcast. I have no idea what episode number it is, but I know it's an episode and that you're going to like it. All four big, strong men are here.
76.
Okay. And those big, strong men are going to read this episode out right now, starting with Jackson's fancy topic. Go, Jackson.
Hey, I mean, it's collectively our topic. It's our topic in general.
Sure.
Come on, you guys have to know what we're going to be talking about this week. There's only one thing that happened in history this week.
What happened?
Big Twitch streamer Vaush, or Vaush, whatever you want to call it, has been busted. His porn folder has been fucking cracked open to the world, and let me tell you what, it's not good.
I love a few clips.
I love that you said the only thing that happened this week was the streamer drama when the Super Bowl literally just ended.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
I heard about it secondhand. I heard it happens. Yes.
Actually, speaking of the Super, I mean, we're gonna get into the Vaush stuff, but speaking of the Super Bowl, I didn't hear shit about the Super Bowl. Like literally nothing.
There's no way you didn't. What do you mean?
I seriously didn't. I did. Maybe I was just asleep at the wrong time or right time or whatever.
He's Australian. Why would he hear about it? I'm in America. I barely heard about it.
Well, to be fair, I am like tuned into American news.
Yeah. Also, this is mind blowing because Taylor Swift and everything, and then Travis Kelce not hitting, but like pushing Andy Reid, the head coach, like all of it.
I did see that.
Twitter on fire. And then Joe Biden made a post and everyone lost their fucking mind because he posted a meme afterwards. Like, there's no way you didn't hear anything about it. I don't believe that. People are still melting down about the Joe Biden tweet.
I heard
I didn't know the Joe Biden thing. I didn't know the Joe Biden tweet was connected to the Super Bowl. I did see that, but I also did see one of the players, I think it was Taylor Swift's boyfriend, but I didn't look into it, punch or push his head coach or something.
He didn't punch.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, he ran up to him and nearly knocked him over because he's like a 65-year-old man.
Yeah. Well, regardless, like I didn't hear as much from the Super Bowl as I would have in previous years. Like I didn't hear anything about the halftime show. I don't even remember who's playing or who won or anything like that. So, like comparatively, I don't think I heard as much as previous years. But I'm sure that's probably just on my end. Maybe I slept through it. I don't know.
Same.
You definitely did. This I would say this was significantly more talked about than last year. Like, and it's not even close.
Was it?
Fuck, we're getting away from the fucking Vaush shit immediately. But do you care about the Super Bowl in previous years? Like, did you ever watch it actively or go to parties and stuff?
I've watched every single Super Bowl ever since I was like 4 years old.
Okay, but this year, do you think you went harder than you usually would have? Did you, was there a break in how you actively like engage with the Super Bowl this year? Did you go harder?
Did the same thing I always do. Watched it at my parents', but this time I actually placed a couple of sports bets for the first time in my life.
Oh, did you win?
I lost every single bet except one with the Chiefs winning. So that was cool.
Is it going to be your last bet, or or what? Are you now addicted to betting?
Nah, sports betting is just not for me. It's just not very fun, which I knew I wouldn't really like it that much because it's not like interactive like poker or anything. So I don't see myself getting hooked, but it was fun to try.
So what actually happened between the boyfriend and the coach? Like, how big is this?
The boyfriend? Is that Travis' name?
Well, yeah, he may as well be.
It's okay. I don't know his name either.
Biggest accomplishment. No, this is genuinely his big. I think he's like the world. Isn't he like history's best tight end or something in the NFL?
I'm on your side. As far as I'm concerned, the whole Super Bowl just felt like a gala for Taylor Swift. She is the only thing I heard about, is that she was there and she chugged the beer. And her boyfriend was there, apparently. And some of the men played ball.
I saw the most stuff I saw from the Super Bowl in the weeks leading up to the Super Bowl was like Taylor Swift fans, Swifties, getting ready for the Super Bowl, like setting up their Super Bowl parties and stuff in their Super Bowl era and stuff like that. And yeah, it's like cute. Sweet. It's whatever. It's cute. Fun. They had fun. So I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they had the Taylor Swift Super Bowl, but I just didn't hear anything.
You know what's not cute? Is horse porn. Jackson. Did you want to redo your little intro thingy?
There was horse porn at the Super Bowl?
No. Vaush, Vaush, whatever. This guy is a big like debate bro streamer, socialist, political Twitch streamer, YouTuber. I don't know what.
For those of you who don't know Vaush, he's of the BreadTube streamer variety. Those of you who don't know what the fuck that means because you have friends and you go outside, that's like, you know, the type of people who think shoplifting is based and good and victimless crime if you steal a car and whatnot. That kind of a guy. He streams a lot on YouTube, I think, not Twitch. Anyway, he was streaming as he does normally, and he was talking. So,
well, wait, how caught up? It sounds like Andrew knows nothing about this, which is great.
No, I have not. I got sick again, like I talked about, and I've been building this computer. So I realistically have not been on the internet in like a week and a half. So I know nothing of anything.
All right, awesome.
And Charlie?
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 Yeah. I know the basics. I saw like the clip where he was trying to explain that he didn't know it was lolly stuff. He thought it was a goblin porn. There's something.
All right, let's not get ahead. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Don't worry. Let's not. Spoiler alert.
Hey! I just gave you my general knowledge on it, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, we were just on the horse thing for now.
I'll just put the clip in here. So, for those who don't know, when you're streaming, you use software like OBS. And what happens is it captures your entire screen if that's what you decide to do. And sometimes streamers make oopsie whoopsie mistakes. You know, you leave up a document or your downloads folder or something that you don't want people to see, or you right click an image to save it, and you kind of forget that the last folder you used was your porn folder. So this is
see, this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. What?
I love that audio.
Too.
What?
What?
It's like a perfectly cut scream. I love it.
This clip went viral.
It did go viral. Now, I think this is fine to show on YouTube, even because the thumbnails.
It's definitely not. Are you out of your mind?
Crazy?
Of course, it's not.
It's very blurry.
I'm not risking.
All right, use it as our thumbnail, but replace all the pictures with My Little Pony fan art of all the different ponies.
Okay, to describe it to those just listening on audio, he's like on a menswear website. He's looking at, I don't know, suits. And he goes to save an image, and it opens up his porn folder, which is called To Be Sorted. And it's on his desktop.
Oh my God.
And it is full of
wait. How fucking addicted to porn do you have to be to have a folder where you need to sort it?
I use that for fucking
Like,
music
come
I
on.
download. This man's on another level. Jesus Christ.
And he has them sorted by XXX videos, XXX photos, and XXX like GIFs, and taxes. So he keeps his taxes in the same folder as his fucking lolicon
It's so
porn.
comical.
Oh no.
Do you guys download porn at all? I don't. I've never downloaded.
No.
Who in the fuck downloads porn in 2024? Why do you need it on your hard drive at all?
I'll tell you who. Pedophiles do.
Oh, God.
With their 10 terabyte fucking storage bases or whatever. Like they're literally the only ones that do, which is a nice segue into what we're about to find out.
Yes, we are. So, for those who are only listening on audio, well, even video, I guess, since we cannot show this, the folder is full of drawn cartoon, anime, hentai, lolicon, horse porn. And I say horse because 4chan sleuths actually track down every single thumbnail. You know what? I'm going to put this in our private channel. I'm not going to put it on our stream here, but I'm going to put it in text.
Sorry, I'm just laughing and
Yes,
coughing
in our-
and dying. Ugh, go ahead.
So I'm going to put this in our private chat here in the official private Discord text chat. So they tracked down every single thumbnail and found that a bunch of it is just a horse cock. Like one of the images is a big fat horse cock dipped in like a milk bucket, and then two girls are holding it and they're, you know, I guess like fixing to drink from it, the horse cum.
That hits two fetishes at once. That's impressive.
I know, that's a lot of cum too, and a lot of milk, I guess. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's part of it. And then another image is a horse fucking a girl. And then a bunch of other stuff is just, I don't know, regular lolly hentai stuff. It's just like a guy fucking a girl and then another girl is licking the other girl. But that's other stuff.
Look,
It's porn.
suffice to say, without the unnecessary details aside, like it is all essentially like very young looking girls engaged in porn, and then mixed in there for good measure is giant horse cock and horse bestiality pictures. Let's say all drawn. Credit where credit is due. It's all hentai. So there's no real photos there, thank God.
Yeah, thankfully it's not real. Yeah.
Some are AI generated, apparently, which his fans took an actual issue with.
Yeah, at least get your hand-drawn horse cock. If you're gonna get your horse cock lolly porn, at least make sure someone contributed to it, god damn it.
Yeah.
This AI uprising.
That's right.
All the horse cock lolly drawers are gonna be out of a job by the end of the year. How dare he?
Didn't he commission some of it? I thought that was one of his things, like he said, after looking at their previous work or something. Oh, okay.
No, we'll get to that. So what happens is the stream happens. He accidentally shows his porn folder. He goes, "Oh!" And he ends the stream, from what I understand. He hits the big red button that says end stream and takes it down. Unfortunately, somebody clips it and it kind of goes viral. And then Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast streams about it, which really makes it go not mainstream, but everybody hears about this thing.
It was already a big deal.
It was already viral.
It was already big before H3, but H3 propelled it definitely. I saw it before H3 streamed, so if I saw it, I think it's going fairly viral.
Yeah, for sure. So people started drudging up, finding his older clips, which he really, really hates. Vaush really hates when people bring up his old clips, quote unquote, out of context, and this is one of them.
Stroking as hard and fast as we can, and then after we nut, we go back, look over our history chat, and we go like, oh, geez. Oh, boy. Some of these girls looked pretty young. Okay, I don't give a fuck, alright? Still don't care. I still think that, like, zoophile porn, like drawn stuff, it should be 100% legal. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Consuming child porn be legal? I think that would be, yes, more legal and more ethically consistent. Yes, 100%.
It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well. That is possible.
What if CP is free? If you're not paying for child pornography, then there is no argument in favor of morally condemning people who get it.
What?
Chaos, $5. So would you say that people who purchase child porn are just as bad as the people who sell it, or no? No, not even slightly. I don't think that you should morally impugn anyone who purchases child porn for the same reason I wouldn't want to be morally impugned for buying clothing from companies that use slave labor to do so.
Oh my god.
However, those who produce and sell the child porn, that is an entirely different question. When I was a kid, I was having sex with other kids. Lots of it. Gross, gross sex. More than you'll ever imagine. And it was great. And it wasn't wrong or bad. And nobody regrets it. When I was a kid...
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to finish that one. Because that is the same argument. I don't know if you guys remember Milo Yiannopoulos. He was like this right-wing gay guy that they trotted out to every fucking university on Earth. And he basically just did the lazy, easy thing. Like the Ben Shapiro destroying libtards thing. Where like a low IQ college girl would ask him a question and he would just dunk on them. But at some point he got canceled because he went on a podcast, or people unearthed like footage of him on a podcast years ago, where he said, yeah, us gay guys, sex with children isn't always bad. Somebody had sex with me when I was 13 and he was an adult and I liked it. And he got canceled for this pretty badly, to the point that he's now not a known quantity anymore. He's a nobody. And that's the argument he's making.
This isn't a controversial opinion. This isn't a controversial opinion.
No.
That is like an extremely dangerous take to have. I can't believe people still argue that. Like, just because you were groomed into thinking it was an acceptable situation to be in does not mean that it's a healthy thing to normalize at all. Like, it's so crazy. And this is an argument that I heard from Vaush quite a bit in the clips that I saw, was that it was basically this, like, because there's child slave labor making like phone batteries and like other commercial products and stuff, we don't have the right to like admonish people for child pornography, since if you're using child pornography, there's no like actual harm done like to children. That's kind of like a butchering.
Yes,
of
that is unironically the argument is if you have an iPhone, that's the same thing as consuming child porn and jerking off to like babies getting butt fucked. That's the argument. And he gets very, very mad when people circulate these clips again, because every single time his fans argue that they're out of context and it's mean. And this was from like 7 years ago. Why are you circulating these clips again? And every single time, that's what they do. They just say out of context. So Ethan Klein watched this. Vaush wasn't happy about this, so the next day, I think, he did a reply stream to commentate on the H3 thing, except he didn't watch Ethan's stream at all. He just replied to what the chat was telling him. And let's see, I have some clips from that. So one of them is, I'm sure you guys have seen this one. Where's my goblin clip? Oh, okay. So he argues, well, okay, look. I got caught with lolly porn on my computer, but in my defense, I thought it was goblins.
The other one is like
the
a
one I
threesome
saw.
with 2 chicks and a guy. And in retrospect, looking at it, knowing now that artist is a lolicon, yeah, I can see it. When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography. But you know how they're all like thick short stacks, right?
Right.
How could anyone listen to this and not immediately like? How could you say this and not immediately like come to the understanding that holy shit, I have a serious porn addiction? Like,
Yeah.
what is wrong
No,
with you?
it's true. So I back in the day used to do a YouTube series where I played like shitty bad porn games and made fun of them. And there is a subculture of goblins. Like there's goblin fetishists on the internet. You can find games and all that bullshit. And
absolutely.
Let me tell you,
obviously,
you will never ever confuse it for children. Never in a million years. They are very, very different.
Isn't this the same argument of like, oh, this character that obviously looks like a 5-year-old is actually a 12,000-year-old
Yeah,
demon? That's what I mistook it for. It's actually a goblin.
Literally the meme.
Well, yeah, it's literally the meme. You did the meme.
He's just absolutely coping. He got caught. He's saying stupid shit, and
No,
he's just
coping.
trying to go with no. That's not what I thought it was. It was something else entirely. Ha ha ha.
He would have just been better off just owning up to it. Like there's
Yeah.
so many people in his audience that really wouldn't care. Well, and
Care
don't
if it was
care.
actual if he was into lolly.
If it was-
it is actually
if he was into lolly, yeah.
It is actually I talked about this on a previous episode of the podcast like a year or so ago. I think I came out with a hot take that lolly is bad, like fundamentally horrible, and it only serves to normalize like CP and stuff like that. It is actually harmful to children because of that. And the amount of shit I got from the like audience for that opinion from like lolicon aficionados was just unbelievable. It was just like, holy shit, this is an actual sickness.
Boy, that speaks to the caliber of our audience, doesn't it?
No, it's not just our audience. It's really
No,
not.
no.
You see,
Our
I'm
audience.
joking. Yeah.
Well, I've seen Jackson actually argue with some anime avatar on Twitter about this in the past few days. And I was like, buddy,
Really?
let it go. You can't talk to these fucking people. Yeah, Jackson was having an actual back and forth.
Oh,
And the
I
guy
gotta
was
see
hitting
that.
Jackson with all the classics like, it's just a drawing. It doesn't have victims. Who cares? You're a prude.
he said he genuinely trotted out like the it's a freedom that we deserve or right it's like one of our fundamental rights or something like that. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah,
That's
he's
so
like, this is
good.
what it means to be American. I'm like, Jesus
Our founding
fucking Christ.
fathers fought for lolly, god damn it, and you're not taking it away.
Well, they don't understand. Like, nobody's making a legal argument. Nobody's saying that it is illegal or that you're breaking the law. They're just saying that you're a creep and that you're a fucking weirdo for jerking off to it.
Well,
That's not
okay, so
like,
in this case, I genuinely do think it should be illegal because I think that, like I said, it normalizes the attraction, and I think that is dangerous to children. So I do think it should be illegal, and it is illegal in Australia. So I'm very happy with that. But like you said, it's mostly a moral argument at this point. I don't think it's.
yeah, I was just saying, whenever they kind of sidestep the actual criticism of them getting called creeps by saying, well, it's legal. Yeah, I know it's legal. That's not the fucking point. You're still a fucking weirdo. for jerking
Whenever
off
someone
to.
has this argument with me or with anyone online, like they're arguing for lolicon or anything, I try to imagine what it must be like to be them, to go out into the real world. First of all, they probably don't, but to go out into the real world and have this argument with other people in real life, like you would immediately get laughed at. You would immediately get like the weirdest looks you could ever receive if you went out and said, you know, this picture's not bad, and then they pull out like a picture of lolicon and shit like that. You'd be arrested. Like you would immediately be thought of as a pedophile, right? Why is it that online where this kind of acceptance is found?
I know they're very aggressive about it too, online especially. When somebody comes after their lolicon, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, wait, everyone shut up. Hang on, everyone shut up. Everyone be quiet. I know we're all having a good time, but everyone just shut up. Because I have to talk to you about ExpressVPN. Did you know that even using incognito mode, people can see what you're doing over the internet? Especially if you happen to be on Wi-Fi. Do you know who owns the Wi-Fi you're connected? It might be your school's IT department. It might be your building owner. It might be your work. Your parents might even snoop in. You don't want that. But with ExpressVPN, 100% of your traffic is going to go through an encrypted server that's going to ignore the man mowing my lawn outside right now and let you focus on what I'm saying. Your data will not be able to be seen by anyone. It's like a super incognito mode that actually works. We are now going to tell you about a direct personal endorsement from one of our hosts that we've mentioned many times before, but I have to bring it up again because it's super relevant. Kaya was not able to do this show for a long time without ExpressVPN due to unspecified political problems based on where he may or may not have lived at a certain point. ExpressVPN kept this show going. Without it, we literally could not have done it. That is a personal endorsement that you can count on. I'm currently watching the newest season of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and if you want to watch the older ones, and they might actually have the new one, I haven't checked, you can switch your location to the UK where it will show up on Netflix. Switch your location to tons of different places to get all the content that you possibly can out of what you pay for. We all love ExpressVPN so much that we are here to give you an incredible deal. We'll give you a deer as well, nice venison steak with it. Who cares? If you use our special link, expressvpn.com/official, you'll get 3 extra months completely free. That's expressvpn.com/official to help support the podcast and get 3 extra months of ExpressVPN absolutely free. Personal endorsement included as well. expressvpn.com/official, 3 months for free.
To circle back to Vaush, the funny thing is obviously that for years and years and years, he keeps calling everybody else pedophiles, especially like Nazis and chuds and all the alt-right. And if you don't like your groceries costing twice because of Biden, you're a Nazi. And shoplifting is good and whatnot. And you're a Nazi, you're a pedophile. If you like tread wives, you're a pedophile, as we heard in that clip that I played, I think. And then he gets busted with lolicon on his computer, which he self-admits. The artist is lolicon artist. Apparently people gave him shit for it and they found the artist of the images that he had saved, and the guy is basically an exclusive lolicon artist. So he says that he isn't hiding any of this, which is true. And where's that clip? Oh, here we go.
But usually when hit pieces like this are done on me, there's an effort to make it seem as though I hide everything. You know what I mean? Like all of this is like a deep dive or secret information that has been uncovered that's never been addressed before because I don't want you to see it. And it reminds me very much of the like Alex Jones, they don't want you to know this thing. It's just like it's conspiracism for the purpose of making me seem more sinister than I am.
Bro, nobody cares that it was hidden or anything like that. You're looking at child pornography. That's the issue. And horse cocks. Like, it doesn't matter if you were hiding it or not. Now the information, like, your folder was shown.
Yeah, nobody cares.
In, like, 4K.
The only people claiming that he's hiding anything are, like, his own fans. None of us. People that make fun of him, we all know that he's an open creep. He very openly talks about loving horse cock. The only thing I guess that he was hiding was the... Well, okay, you know what? How about the Vaush Likes Horsecock compilation. Oh god, that's loud.
Yeah, mute it there.
Sorry.
So this is a video. This is a video from his
You wanna read
Discord
it?
server. I don't want to read it, but like we can. Oh well, maybe we have to because of.
Well, I mean, for the audio listeners.
No, just play the background music. They'll know exactly what's on the screen.
Yeah.
The idea of this though is that this is his Discord server, and it's messages from him over the last like 5 years, and it's just constant messages about horsecock.
Horsecock.
Well, to be fair,
fuck
like
God horse.
these are just the ones with horse in them. Like it's not like that's all he talks
Yes.
about, but he does talk about it all.
Dude, this is so much horsecock. He's
I
got to
wish I
constantly be
had a horsecock. How do you feel about horse dongs? Be honest, the future is grafted horse penises. Yeah, horse dicks are red. I'm part horse. God, horse cocks are so fucking hot. Who here would want to touch my horse dick? I really wish I had a horse cock. Okay, but what about a horse dick? And this is
Yeah,
like all the
come on.
same day, by the way. This is the 22nd of January 2018.
When was the Kentucky Derby? Maybe it coincided. It got him in the mood.
Also, I love horse dick. Horse
So
cock
then-
is
wait.
fucking finessed. Yes.
There was an argument that he made on Twitter. I think it was in that H3 response video where he said that he basically wants to be the horse, and that's what makes it okay.
I have that
That's
clip.
what makes it not okay. Play it because it's a very important clip.
I think horse dick Fuda is the closest we've come to the ideal human form.
That is
Aw.
intellectual.
That's enlightening. That's endearing. That's wholesome, Evian.
All right, here it is.
The horse thing is not a joke. We can't let this be smeared, okay? If to whatever extent, people can say, we place it off as this or that, okay? I'll make it clear. You can write this down. I want to fuck a woman as a horse. None of this is a secret. To be clear, many jokes have been made about this, but I stand by it. My moral
What a hero!
principles, rock solid. My feet are firmly planted in the ground. I've got my boots
Your
up.
hooves,
They're
you
planted
fool.
firmly. You cannot move me from my position. This isn't a secret. Let's talk to a therapist. Well, why do you want to be the horse, Vaush? Because then I'd have a giant dick. Okay, couldn't you have a big dick the other way? Well, yeah, I could. I could have a big dick hypothetically in any variety of scenarios, but then it wouldn't really be a horse dick. Well, you could be a human with a horse dick. Yes, but then I wouldn't have that powerful stallion energy using it.
What the fuck, bro?
So this is the state of content in 2024, yeah?
It's got nothing to do with content.
No, but think about it. Let's go a bit more meta. He's just sitting there to an audience of probably younger men, just talking about this and thinks it's worth putting on the internet and sharing all this
Well, he's
shit.
just
He's trying to defend
defending
himself.
himself. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's defending
He's defending
himself.
himself from
Again,
H3.
this
Oh,
is
this
the
is
reply
after.
screen to
Oh, I'm
H3 the
sorry.
next day. Yes.
I thought this was another clip from before. Oh, my bad.
No,
my
no.
bad. Okay.
He's trying to rationalize it to people that are now.
That makes
like,
more
what the fuck?
sense. Okay.
So pedophilia, obviously, when you get accused of something like this, it's the worst thing. So you try to play it off as, no, I don't want to fuck kids. I just want to fuck horses. And what's so bad about that? And I told people, this isn't going to be like damaging to Vaush. His audience knows that he's a fucking
Yeah, he's been
creepy
public
loser
about
like
the
this. He's
horse.
very proud of this. Yes.
I don't wait.
None
Wait,
of
can we
this is new.
comment on the fact that I don't like? Is it meant to be a defense? Like saying that you want to be the one with the horse cock or whatever? I still don't think that's a defense against like bestiality. That's still bestiality. Like at the end of the day, it's a horse cock fucking a woman.
This is the Digibro defense. Very similar. I don't know if you guys remember. Digibro used to be this anime YouTuber who was a very open pedophile, and he was very proud about being a pedophile. But at some point, he got a lot of criticism for it. And he said that he doesn't imagine himself as the guy fucking the children and the lolicon hentai that he reads. He imagines himself as the little girl getting molested. That was his excuse. No, I'm not the one doing the bad thing. I'm the one getting molested. And that's how I deal with trauma. And this reminds me of that, is going, no, I'm not the one abusing the animal. I am the animal. That's how I imagine myself, is I'm the horse doing the fucking.
That doesn't change literally anything, like at all. It's still
No, it
the
doesn't
act
change
of either
anything.
pedophilia or the act of bestiality. That's the entire attraction.
Well, again, he's just trying to play off the criticism because Ethan apparently went in on him for the lolicon stuff a lot, and Vaush tries to play it off as
Vaush is like a so-called intellectual, the highest of minds amongst us, and this is his defense. Like it's laughable.
Yes, this is his defense, and this guy again, he's so porn here. This is a clip that I don't think anybody else pulled, but I pulled it because he's so fucking porn-brained. Listen to this.
And non-pornographic canon images of Rauru from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is funny because there are far more pornographic images of Rauru in there than there are non-pornographic images. But honestly, Rauru just looks so good that even non-pornographic images feel pornographic to me. Yeah, an innately pornographic character design.
This guy is mentally unwell.
It's like it's a hawk
mentally unwell.
walking. It's just a human hawk. Why is Rauru inherently pornographic? I don't know why, but that made me laugh. I like that a lot. And the other thing,
this is porn addiction, plain and simple.
It is porn addiction.
Yeah.
It is porn addiction.
100%.
And here's the funny thing. So Ethan Klein, to his credit, apparently during a stream told Vaush, "You need help." And I actually giggled when I pulled this clip because he cannot wrap his head around this.
Ethan literally said the thing you do is admit you have sexual deviant problems and go to a therapist. You mean with regards to the horse thing? What would I tell a therapist? They'd be like, okay. I don't understand. What is that? I don't even know what that suggests.
Why would I go to therapy? The horse thing? Yeah, and, the child thing.
Why would I go to a health professional that's trained to talk about these exact things? What are they going to do? Go, I don't know.
I've never seen porn addiction before. I don't know how to handle this.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that you want to have sex with animals? I've never heard of that in my 50 years of practicing ever. That's crazy.
No, but wait, we're missing the crucial part here where he thinks that, like, someone's going to go to a therapist and say, I like horse cocks and pictures of children naked, and they're just going to go, he thinks they're just going to go, oh, okay. That's normal, dude. That's a serious problem. Those are like massively degenerative fetishes.
He thinks he's going to go to the therapist and say that, and they're going to go, what? I can't help you. What do you mean? I've never heard of that before. That's insane. Like, he's literally saying the therapist won't have anything to say to him about it, which is insane and stupid.
Well, he's just defending what is such a big deal about wanting to jerk off to porn with big cocks? Well, the issue is that it's a horse and it's an animal, and animals can't consent. Wait, where's that?
He genuinely thinks it's normal. That's the problem.
Talks about animal consent. Hold up. Jackson sent me this, I think. Oh,
yeah, this is stuff that actually, this made me sad because, like, sure, looking at horse cocks generally drawn pictures of horse cocks, generally a victimless crime. I still think it's fucking disgusting and immoral and shit like that, but victimless. But this one made me feel sick. So these are Discord messages from, I think he's Discord community again, between someone, and it says, Vaush says, and one of my geckos will run down and jump on my dick like they're giving me a full body hand job. And he owns geckos. And he continues to say, I put a gecko on my dick for a picture once and it licked it. Mlem. Like the sound of a gecko.
He also says,
consent.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Consent is irrelevant for animals. Ugh. Even pets get no say in being locked up, taken away, fixed, or euthanized. I don't think bestiality should be a crime. I mean, do you want to be the guy with the horse cock, or do you want to fuck animals, Vaush? It's coming across as like both right now. I don't. This is pretty straightforward, in my opinion.
Well, so in the stream of his that I watched, which was very boring, but he also says that these were taking place before his channel even started in Destiny's Discord server, apparently, where he would just argue random stuff just for the sake of it. That's his excuse. There are other screenshots where he argues that the age of consent should be lowered in a socialist
but see,
utopia.
I hear this excuse so much, and sure, that worked 3 years ago, but now there's a folder full of horse cocks and children of drawn naked children. It doesn't work anymore. Clearly, there's something deeper going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. Yes, and he didn't really reply to anything that the H3 people said on their podcast. He basically said, look, I've been debunking this Vaush is a pedophile thing for years now. This isn't even worth me replying, and he was just reading chats and being boring. He was also mad that this keeps coming up.
Yeah, people like to say, bro, why does this keep coming up with you? When they don't understand, other people bring it up, which is what's happening now. You know, like all of this gets logged as like, why does he keep talking about it? Because people keep bringing it up. People bring it up in debates. People bring it up in chat. It gets addressed over and over, but people bring it up. So of course it gets discussed. The alternative to discussing it in those situations is to just like ignore it. But ignoring it makes me look bad because it makes it look like I'm avoiding the, you know, like he's hiding.
I think this makes it look worse to me.
He should really just have the conversation with Ethan, but he keeps dodging it from what I understand.
Yeah.
He really doesn't want to talk to him.
Yes.
But to be fair, there's nothing that he could possibly say that would make this acceptable in my eyes. He's got CP in his folder along with Horsecocks. It's pretty obvious what his attraction is to anyone looking out. He can't use the it was an accident excuse or anything like that because he's got a fucking folder full of folder to be sorted. Like he's got hundreds of pictures in there, a giant collection of shit like this. Like he's clearly attracted to this kind of stuff.
As far as the going on the show, Charlie, he did say that he would be open to go on the show and that he DM'd them or something. He does say so. Ethan Klein was apparently on Instagram or something, just like quote replying to fans calling Vaush a pedophile and whatnot. Vaush was very angry at that. He said that he feels backstabbed and what's the point of me even going on there? And I asked,
you know how debate brain they are, and like YouTuber brain they are. One of Vaush's replies was something to the effect of, "Ethan, I can't believe you did this. I've defended you so much in the past." Like there's some kind of like inherent loyalty because he defended Ethan's like previous blunders and stuff like that.
There's no
like,
honor among thieves. All of you are YouTubers. Ethan is LA slot. Okay, here, just for Ethan to catch some fucking strays. This is fucking amazing.
Weird arguments with Hassan about Zionism or whatever. He didn't like a tweet that I had liked, so he reached out to me and asked me about it. We talked for a bit and I disagreed with him. But eventually I moved over and said, oh, okay, and I unliked the tweet at his request. So like every engagement I've ever had with him has been like mutually respectful.
Repeat.
And said, oh, okay, and I unliked the tweet at his request.
Like Ethan Klein is in private policing people's fucking Twitter likes. And this dum-dum thought, oh, this is a bridge that I'm not burning. This is I have a connection in LA now. I know one of the famous guys, one of the famous streamers. No, they don't give a shit about you idiot. If you do something this humiliating and retarded.
Yeah. Ethan probably asked him to unlike a picture of a horsecock or something, in which case I'm on Ethan's side.
No, it's fucking Ethan. I bet it was something tepid like bombing Gazan babies is bad actually, and he fucking probably had an aneurysm about it. Jackson, you say... Actually, it doesn't. He trots out the drawing line, which I'm looking for. So during the stream, he says, well, it's obviously not Lolicon that I was jerking off to. I was jerking off to goblins. And I like goblins, and there's nothing bad about goblins. If I was a Lolicon, you know, the
People always say this. People always say, bro, it's just drawings. Okay, drawings of what, right? Civil War. Okay, states' rights over what, you know? Why are you into that? What elements of that are you into? You know, and I think there's no way to answer those questions without at least being somewhat introspective about the underlying issues. You know what I mean? Like that ultimately is the issue. And I think a lot of them are pretty straightforward with it.
I don't know what the fuck the Civil War has to do with anything. I don't know what, but he is aware of the argument, like the drawings of what. According to him, goblins. I mean, short stack goblins.
So debate-brained.
Well, everything's debate-brained. Literally everything. It's not even just YouTubers. It's literally everyone everywhere is debate-brained on anything. It should be really easy to just say, like, okay, it's weird. You should be able, even if you're a fan of Vaush, you should just be able to be like, yep, that's just weird. You don't need to come up with like a ton of different hoops that make it not weird. It is. It is weird.
Well, out of all the issues in the world, this one should like realistically be one of the easiest to just be like, yeah, that's fucking weird. Like, why do you have to come up with some argument just for the sake of argument? Like, who wants to?
It's just
realistically wants to make that
argument
anyway? Like, If you're making this argument over and over again, you just look weird.
So on the Vaush subreddit, there's two types of arguments on this Vaush subreddit that somebody pointed out. Is one of them is removed, and the other argument is, well, aren't we all kinda lolicons? Somebody says, basically, the thing everyone has on their computer whoopsied up on a stream, and the internet immediately decided to spend unhealthy amounts of time and effort dissecting a few frames of video to analyze exactly what was in Vaush's downloaded pic dump folder. And a few of the images were porn. All of them, by the way. The fun part is seeing how many people had nothing better to do than to try to figure out where each individual image came from based on a couple of frames of thumbnail images. Well, they found them all. And then another Vaush viewer says, I mean, some of the shit was good though. I'm still waiting for Vaush or someone to drop the sauce on the Clarke and Kobeni Yoru Asa images. I assume that's the fucking anime hentai thing.
They're all
that he was gooning to. Yeah. So the consensus in this community is, yeah, don't we all do this? We all have this on our computers, right, guys? Yes.
I don't know, man. It's like we all like porn and stuff, but this is a dangerous level of obsession. I'm sorry.
I know. Ooh, I have this clip. Okay, so I actually laughed out loud when I pulled this clip.
Whoa. 15's a fine time to have sex. What do you want from me? What do you want? Whoa. What do you want? If you're 15, like, you're not, I mean, you're thinking about it at 15. There it is. There's another clip.
Yup. I actually laughed when he said that, and I clipped it.
What was the topic there?
This is in his response stream again, so it's all in the same stream.
Yes, it's all this from the same video. You can go watch it if you're.
So wait, even in the fucking stream where he's meant to be defending himself, or like he's trying to make a defense of himself, he creates this moment from what appears to be nothing by saying 15-year-olds are thinking about it. It's fine.
Well, he was talking about how he gets a lot of pussy and ass, and he had sex for the first time when he was 15, and somebody in his chat said 15. And he goes, whoa, 15 is a perfectly good time to have sex.
Yeah, with other 15-year-olds. I'm sure maybe that's what he meant. I don't know. I don't know the context for that one.
Perhaps. Where's that? Hang on. Let me get the Tacoma video.
Yeah, so this is the classic. This is where I first heard of Vaush. This is a clip from a while ago. This is a classic.
Okay, so in this one he talks about how much he gets laid.
Wait. Is this guy seriously saying that I can't get laid? Incredible. I'll give you 5,000 if you can get poontang before January 1st. Do you have any idea who the fuck you're talking to? When I got off Tinder because of the fucking quarantine, Tacoma wept. Even, like, ignoring the fact that I have a girlfriend, even if we're just talking like randos, I'm 2 hours away right now from being inside somebody else. This is one. I have two skills, and it's non-monogamy and speaking publicly. Okay, do some fucking research.
He got so fucking mad.
Oh my god, that was fire.
So angry.
I love that Tacoma wept. That is hard. That is hard.
He got so offended by a random chatter just saying, I bet money you can't get laid. Because Tacoma wept.
When I had to quit Tinder during the quarantine, Tacoma wept. It does go hard. Also, the fucking what also kills me is at the end he says, "Do some fucking research." Like there's fucking papers out there on how much he fucked. And then you go and do the research, and it's all horse cocks and fucking talking about the age of consent needing to be lower, and child pornography is ethical. That's the research.
Well, that's not the research he's referring to. He's talking about like go interview any woman in Tacoma about Vaush, and she'll tell you. She'll let you know he's the best.
Like, yeah, but if you do any research in Vaush at the moment, it's not going to return that.
So there's like he used to hit on a girl called Poppy, I guess, who was I don't know if she was a YouTuber or what, but these are from 2017, and he was DMing her on Discord, it appears, and he would say, "Now don't turn this around on me. Anyway, I stand by my earlier promise, my dong, anytime. That will be the core of our friendship. And the girl says, what the fuck? Is that a typo? So she's not very receptive to his flirting. But
well, she's not from Tacoma, so it doesn't count.
That's true, yeah. That's true. He might still be getting laid in Tacoma. Non-stop, if you ask all the women. And then I have his reply. I actually time traveled to the future and found how he's gonna reply to us and Ethan as well. So Vaush likes to do this thing where he just dodges any and all criticism and he doesn't address any of it ever. And he just says the words
bad faith, bad faith, bad faith, bad faith, bad faith is bad faith, bad faith. Like the platonic ideal of a bad faith, 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 bad faith.
Count them. That was 18 bad faiths over the course of an hour and 40 minutes, which is a bad faith every 5 minutes. And nothing else. He doesn't really defend himself. He just goes, bad faith argument. Ethan backstabbed me. He's a snake. And how dare you? I've already addressed that I'm not a pedophile, even though I have Lolicon on my computer. So that was fun.
I don't see how it can be bad faith, because most of I don't have that much of a preconception other than the Tacoma wept. I don't have much of a preconception of him, and all you need to see is the fucking folder. That's it. It's your folder. It was up on stream. That's it. That's all you need to see to form an image of what Vaush is, or what his interests are and stuff like that. So it's got nothing to do with bad faith or anything.
Well, that's what he said to Ethan
too.
Ethan was equally as surprised, because he was saying it's bad faith or out of context and shit like that. And from what I saw from Ethan's Instagram post that floated around on Twitter, he was just as confused about what made it bad faith or out of context, which is why he kept inviting Vaush on to explain what he means by that. Because it doesn't make any sense. He just plays the full clips.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. From what I understand, Ethan even got to the source of the clips and watched the videos surrounding the CP should be legal, whatever.
It was 2 hours. He played his arguments in full. It's what kind of other context?
And even if not, even if it wasn't bad faith and somebody was just trying to make fun of him like us, so what? You fucking showed your fucking porn folder. It doesn't matter what people's intentions are. The end result is the same. The point is still the same.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant. Intentions are irrelevant. You have cartoon drawings of horses fucking children on your computer.
You have material that is illegal in my country. I have a right to make fun of you for it.
Yeah. We're just making fun. Chill. There will be no this is him on Discord. He says, there will be no debate. All of this has been discussed before at length. I talked to Ethan in DMs and he comes across insanely snakish, like a cartoon. Literally any direct engagement with him or anyone else right now will be interpreted. And he says no debate, basically. I love these people eating each other.
To be fair, I think in his position, I was surprised that he even did that stream where... Well, I'm not surprised, but I don't think it was the right move, because obviously he's a YouTuber or whatever, so content comes first. So of course he's going to do it, but I don't think there's any defense that you could possibly make. So I didn't see the point on his end. I thought the best thing to do in that situation would just to be ignore it and bury it and hope that it blows over. Because what can you say? Realistically,
he did ignore it. It didn't work.
Charlie, what do you think?
I said earlier, if his audience isn't going to care, he would be better off. He'd be less of a lol cow from this if he was just yep, you know what, big fan of this stuff, and that's all there is to it. As opposed to going on these debate bro arguments about why it's not weird or wrong or whatever. His audience is not going to care.
Trying to hide it is just going to Streisand affect it. Where he goes, oh, it was nothing, don't worry about it. And people are going to go, well, what was it? Let's see it. What are you talking about? Oh, I saw it.
Well, he's not really hiding it. He's trying to spin it. Him trying to spin it is making it significantly worse because it makes it even sillier than it already is.
No, I agree, but I'm talking to Jackson's point where Jackson thinks the best.
No, my point wasn't hiding it. I just said ignore it. I didn't say hide it. I just said ignore it.
Oh, I see.
Let it blow over.
I thought you meant by ignoring it, just not talking about it and pretending it's not there and going, oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
I don't necessarily. Yeah, I mean that is what I meant, but I don't necessarily think of that as hiding it.
Okay,
I don't know. Hiding it would be trying to scrub your Reddit or whatever or mention and stuff like that. Just I was just saying, just let it blow over.
Yeah, either way, I agree with Charlie. He just needs to accept it and be open and go, yep, there it is, and then just move on. That would have been the best course of action.
Clearly, his community is full of people who are fine with this, definitely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're probably right.
Yes. Very obviously, they're completely fine with this shit. Do I have that clip? Yep, I do.
I like the part where he said this is a pedophile community. Yeah, did he say that with regards to there being a lot of transgenders here? Is that what he meant? Curious.
No, a lot of pedophiles.
Yeah, it's not great.
What? Is he
Oh, fuck,
seriously
did he
using
really?
the transgender
Yeah.
audience as a
did.
defense? Like,
Yes,
shield
as a
against
shield. Yes. Listen.
Oh fuck, did he really? Yeah, he did. Or at least it was gestured at, I think. But yeah, that's the level we're on at the moment, I'm afraid.
Ethan did not mention transgenders or
No,
anything
we're
like
not.
that at
Yeah, okay.
all.
No, that's
Unless-
the annoying thing about the fucking stream is he didn't actually watch Ethan's stream. He didn't watch anything. He just takes the chat's word for everything. This stream was almost 2 hours and 99% of it is him reading something in his chat and going, oh shit, did he really say that? No, I'm not gonna watch it for myself. Wait, he didn't say that? Oh, wait, he did say that? He said what about me? No, I'm not watching it. Like, you fucking dummy. Just fucking watch it, you asshole. Or don't even fucking stream about it if you're not gonna watch it and reply to it, actually. It's like they're playing this fucking game of telephone.
Yeah, a lot of you, like, again, Boogie is one of those kinds of people where, like, if there's like a video about him, he'll tweet about it for days without ever having watched it, and it's so annoying. Like, they're trying to defend against something that they don't even watch. It's so funny because they start wildly throwing out points against themselves, like to defend against a point that was never even made. Like, again, one of Boogie's main ones is like, oh, this guy thinks I bought a Tesla, and that's never mentioned. Or, oh, this guy thinks that I beat my ex-wife or whatever, and that's never mentioned, and stuff like that. He just throws out wild accusations, and it sounds like this is the same. Like, again, no transgender stuff was mentioned, so either Vaush thinks that, like, his transgender audience, like, he immediately thinks of transgenders when the word pedophile is brought up or whatever, or he's just like using them as an easy defense. Like, either way, this does not look good for Vaush.
As a shield, yeah. They're just like, oh, pedophile community. Oh, are you talking about the trans people in my community? Well, I mean,
That's
you are,
Vaush.
I guess. I don't know.
You just said that.
Yeah. And then, okay, somebody posted a screenshot of his Reddit again, and it's somebody says, unironically, Vaush should sue Ethan for slander.
It's not slander. It's in the folder.
I saw that post too.
Here's his reply, by the way.
No, I'm not talking to a lawyer. Come on.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. That's a great idea.
What fucking law? First of all, it would open him up for discovery, which means we get to see what's actually in his porn folder. I don't think he would want that. Two, no lawyer on earth, no judge on earth is gonna look at the fucking oodles of clips of him on the internet, trying to lower the age of consent and shit and say, oh yeah, this is definitely slander. You're calling this man a pedophile? No, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's the fucking case. You can call this man a pedophile as much as you want. It doesn't fucking matter.
What is it with Reddit communities and stuff and immediately going to, you should sue for slander? Or just internet communities in general?
It's just the easiest thing you can like say. It's like, didn't like that, you should sue for it. And that's just kind of like, it's clearly an American thing, like a 100% American thing.
It is. It is also a lolcow thing, is vexatious litigation and just tying up people in court and wasting their money is a lolcow thing. Which, thank God, at least he has enough self-awareness to know, I have no fucking case. Like, you cannot sue anybody for calling you a pedophile. When there's a clip of you.
I don't think he wants to go to a lawyer and show them his horse cocks and lolly porn, which is probably the correct idea. Maybe don't let this touch a courtroom at all.
You're not gonna win that, Reddit. Yeah, it's fine. It's drop it. Again, like I said, this guy's audience, it's BreadTube. It's dude, BreadTubers. They have an audience of like 14-year-olds. You know, when you first discover like socialism, like, yeah, everything should be fair. We should all get the same stuff, and then you grow out of it at some point. This is it. Grow out of it. This guy is a fucking weirdo creep. It's not normal to talk about how you jerk off to horses and Rauru from Tears of the Kingdom being hot. It's a fucking owl or an eagle.
I think he's a deer, isn't he?
This isn't normal. I don't fucking know. Just grow out of this shit. This isn't normal.
I just don't want to take him out
Anyway,
of
that was
context
fun.
or anything, because then he'll be able to sue us, and that would be very bad.
Of course. Bad faith. Bad faith. Bad faith. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
very
well,
fun.
that's our topic. My topic.
That's absolutely like oh man, is it the biggest like porn leak of the YouTube community? Like in terms of embarrassment,
No.
it has to be, right? Has to be.
No. I mean, there was the whole Austin Jones guy.
Well, that's not a porn leak. That guy's an actual criminal.
Oh,
that was like, yeah. Jackson's talking about like, I guess the only other thing I could think of is amazing atheist sticking the banana in his butthole and shooting mayonnaise in his ass. Like when that video and all that came
To
out.
me, that's way less embarrassing. That's way less embarrassing in my opinion than being found.
He also
to have
owned it. I
been
remember
jerked
that.
off.
Yeah, he owned it, and then people
To
stopped
horses.
talking about it. He went, "Yeah, I do
Exactly,
that.
yeah.
Feels good," and then everyone moved on.
Was it chocolate
Yeah.
or mayonnaise that he fired in his ass? I don't remember now.
Now this is the real debate. These are the real questions.
I think
Ooh.
he poured hot oil on his penis and put hot chocolate in his asshole with a banana.
That's what it was.
And
That's
people
what
found
it.
it.
Was. That's what it was. Yeah.
It was a video that he sent to a woman on like a fetish site, and when he got caught for it, he kind of just owned it. He said, "Yeah, I'm a fucking loser with a micro penis. I get off on this. What do you want?" And that's pretty much still his image today. Is yeah, I'm a loser. What do you want from me? I'm a fucking pathetic,
Man.
lonely loser.
I just remembered one that might be as. I still think this is the most embarrassing because it deals with lolly and like bestiality, which is like the most extreme shit ever. But like there was another podcast, I can't remember their name, that their conversations with a woman were released, and it was like all this fetish talk about wanting her to shit in his mouth and stuff like that. And it was like a fairly decently sized podcast. I can't remember who, but it
Vince
was like
McMahon?
no, but that is another one, very recent. But no, this was an actual podcast from a while ago. Who wanted the woman to like shit on his chest and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't
That's the only
remember
other one that I think is equally True Geordie. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. True Geordie. I think he might have been
No
like a
idea who that
fitness. True Geordie. I don't know. Yeah, but that was that one.
I don't remember that one.
He's got 2 million followers on
Me
YouTube.
neither.
He wasn't small.
Anyway, that was fun. I laughed a lot. Thank you, Vaush, for your porn folder.
Oh, but actually, before you brought up a really good point before when we were talking about this about the tax folder. And I kind of believe you. Do you want to? I kind of agree with you. Do you want to quickly mention what your idea about that is?
My idea. It's just a theory. I suspect that his tax folder has the quote unquote real stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's like
because
a
who the
hidden
fuck keeps
folder.
their taxes next to their porn? That's not,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The subfolders in that folder are like XXX gifts,
Yeah.
XXX videos, XXX pics, and then taxes. Like,
yeah, it's
what?
absolutely not taxes. That's just like a really old thing. Do you guys remember like that old meme that used to go around where it's like, in order to hide porn on your family computer, label it
Yeah.
in taxes or whatever
Yeah,
from back
it's
in like
probably
the
a joke.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a
It's not
joke.
actually taxes.
Well, let's talk about the bigger issue from that. Why in the fuck, if you make a living almost daily showing your computer to thousands of people,
Yes.
would you put this in such, not only on the computer you use for that? I got to imagine this guy has more than one computer. He couldn't have just bought a laptop to keep his porn on, or an external hard drive or something. Number two.
Well, that's some of the advice the fans have given him. Like, hey, man, keep it somewhere else.
Number two, why would you put it in such an easily accessible folder? You wouldn't want to bury that shit like 7 layers deep?
I have a clip for that too.
Oh, no.
Wait.
Because I
actually
fucking watched this entire thing for no reason.
Why would you keep your porn on the stream? It's to be sorted. I'm not arguing this with you guys anymore, okay? Yeah, we get it. The most potent roasting, oh, well, why even say? I don't want to argue with you guys about it, okay? Because it's a to be sorted folder, which had the taxes in it, whatever. Also, which need to be sorted. I don't get what's complicated about it.
Yeah, I don't get what's
God, that's so
complicated about
porn
it
brained.
either.
Holy shit.
That is,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
No one.
He's treating it like it's just another task on the to-do list. Oh, I got to sort my porn. Got to look over this. Got to put this away. Jesus Christ.
What how does that excuse, like, how does that explain it anyway? Like, sort it on a different
It
computer.
doesn't. A lot of
But
it
that's
is
not the
very
point.
low IQ rambling of the stream. Like, I mean, his content in general is just him using words he doesn't know how to use and such. But no, it doesn't explain it. And look, streaming, this is like a rookie mistake. This is a mistake that every streamer makes, where at some point you accidentally close a window or something, and then OBS like automatically attaches itself to a different window that you wish people didn't see that has your private stuff on it. Could be anything. Could be your private family photos, could be your social security number, or porn. But you make that mistake once, like a week or two into your streaming career, quote unquote, and then it doesn't happen again. You go, oh shit, well, I guess I shouldn't keep the shit on the computer that I am showing to everyone every single day for like 8 hours a day. I should probably protect my shit. And no. Nothing, just porn brain, just porn on his fucking desktop.
How many viewers does your stream get on average?
He's pretty popular. He's pretty popular.
Give me like an average
a few
number.
thousand.
Like a few thousand?
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
Not a few, like 1,000-ish.
No. He's like in the
it's
4 to
pretty good.
5K ballpark.
Okay, that's too big to be doing this. If he were smaller, and it's like, yeah, he's only got one big main computer for everything, I guess. But at 4,000 or 5,000 viewers, you're large enough that you can have multiple computers or dedicate more of a space to streaming, more of a bubble. He could easily has the resources to just never have this happen. Be way smarter about it.
Or just don't fucking create the great Alexandria library of porn. Don't fucking download porn into a folder.
If
and
he's
like,
going
sort
to
it.
do it, you know, at least be smart. It's like giving him a condom. At least be smart about it, you know?
Yeah, Chad is right though. He thinks that he has no shame. He thinks this is normal. It's the same computer. Think about this. The folder was open, which means right before the stream, he was just gooning to fucking lolicon horse porn. And then he closed it and he was like, yep, all right, time to talk about
Time
fucking
to
whatever
stream.
the fuck, how shoplifting is based. Yeah, time to stream. And then goes, oh. It's like, buddy,
I love that. It's so funny.
I love that voice clip too.
What?
It's like, it's iconic. It's like the Minecraft death sound or like the Mario game over. Like,
What?
I love that so much. Okay, what else we got?
Well, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the official podcast.
Hey, no, that was great.
Yeah.
If you want some good news, there's a movie to look forward to this week.
Mm.
As in, it's coming out, or
Yeah, it's coming out this week.
okay, go for it.
Madam Web. Who's excited?
You fucking prick. Yeah. Is this? It's the Spider-Man one, like but woman cast or something, right?
No, it's Spider-Man adjacent, but this is looking to be a fucking disaster. So the lead actress, Dakota Johnson, I'm 100% sure none of you have seen any of the interviews she's been giving, but throughout like the last month or so, she's just very openly hostile towards the film. Like one of the things she said is she has no idea if it's even good because she just like acted in front of like a blue screen the whole time. So, you know, it might not even be good. She also like fired the agency that got her this role in the first place and went somewhere else.
Wait, oh man, I'm so like marketing brained or whatever that like even stuff like this comes across as like a marketing stunt for me. Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
She would have to be held to some kind of contract where you're not allowed to disparage the film that you're currently marketing. Absolutely.
Well, she's not directly disparaging it. That's the thing. She's being pretty smart about it. No. She's being pretty smart. Like the rest of that quote that I mentioned where she's like, I don't even know if it's good, is she said she initially signed up to the movie because she has a lot of faith in the director, but at the end of the day, she has no idea if it's even going to be good because all she did was act in front of a blue screen or some shit. It's like, it was still like positive in the beginning, and then she slides in like, yeah, but it might also just be kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, but this is also the same studio that fucking brought Morbius. Was it Morbius back to cinemas because they thought that they'd make extra money because the audience hated it so much, and the
that
meme.
is true.
Like, I genuinely do think that they're capable of like letting or making this woman, the actress, come out with like these hostile statements to drum up like headlines and stuff because it's the only way they think they'll get attention for this movie that is probably actually like dog trash, of course. But like, I think marketing is capable of anything, or they're capable of coming up with any kind of ideas. Like
I would just be very surprised if this was marketing, because it's like there were people that were excited, and Dakota Johnson has a ton of fans. So hearing how displeased she is with this movie kind of turns the fans off. Like, they're not going to want to see it if she doesn't like it, you know what I mean? But you could be right. It's very possible you could be right. Regardless, the movie looks entertainingly dog shit, so I'm sure I'm going to love it anyway. But I just thought it was really special seeing the lead actress be so open about, it's kind of probably just bad.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be as bad as Morbius and what was the other one? Venom?
No.
Venom 2?
I don't think it's going to be as bad as Morbius, no shot. But I think I still think it'll be fun.
Venom wasn't bad. Well, Venom 2. Maybe.
It was
I don't remember
okay.
that one.
It was fine.
Venom was bad. I did not like Venom. You liked Venom?
No, I didn't like Venom either. I didn't think it was very
I didn't
good.
like love it. Just wasn't terrible in my opinion. Oh god.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty bad personally. I didn't watch the second one, so I don't know how that one was.
I didn't even know there was
Andrew,
a 2.
it was Let There Be Carnage. It was about Carnage.
Oh god, I forgot this even came out. I know they teased it. I forgot that this happened.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I did watch it. I don't remember it at
forgettable.
all though.
It
Just
had
like the
what's
actor.
Woody Harrelson, right?
Yeah, as Carnage, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just Sony fucking superhero movies just suck to me. There's just like no kind of soul. I mean, superhero movies in general now, but like definitely with Sony movies, they're just so trash.
Yeah.
So trash. Not worth the time. Andrew, I saw, I think on the episode that I missed a few weeks ago, there were comments in about you watching Band of Brothers or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you watch
What was
it?
that whole conversation about? I'm watching it at the moment. I fucking love it. It's
Isn't
so
it
good.
fucking incredible?
It is. It's so good. I can't believe I never watched it before.
I know, me neither. So I had heard whispers of it throughout my whole life, like a fable, and it was like, oh, it's the best TV show ever made. It's like, it's in that echelon of shows you just are part of cultural zeitgeist forever, like The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Game of Thrones at its peak. The shows where it's like everyone's like, oh, it's the best thing ever, it's the greatest thing ever, you have to watch it, it's the best, and it's just kind of always there. And I had known about it, and I went, okay, fine. A couple weeks ago, I said, okay, fine, I'll finally give this a go. And I marathoned it in probably 2-3 days. I couldn't put it down. It was fucking amazing.
It's so good. It is so good.
It is a crowning achievement of television. It is truly something special.
Yeah, it feels like movies. It feels like a movie, like that kind of, quality of production.
Like, it's just, it looks still visually incredible, and they go just light enough on the CGI that it's not poorly aged, and it's so many practical effects and the way it's shot, and oh my god, I already want to rewatch it. It's
Did you
perfect.
watch the Pacific?
No, I've heard it's different, and I kind of... You remember back when we did Avatar and Korra, and I said after Avatar I kind of wanted to sit on Avatar and enjoy it before I watched Korra and changed my view on it? That's kind of how I felt with the Pacific, because I've heard it's not as good. So
I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you had watched it.
No, I've also heard people say that it's not as good, but it's still amazing. Like, still really, incredible television. And I think there's another one out currently from the same production.
Masters of the Air, I think it's called. Yeah. Or something like that.
So I think they're all war movies that are set in different, it might be the same war, but different theaters of war. So like the Pacific is obviously the Pacific. Band of Brothers is obviously Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know what Masters of the Air is. But yeah, apparently that's a new one. I once I wait a bit, I think I'm going to move on to the Pacific and watch that definitely, because people say it's just as good.
How far are you in Band of Brothers?
I'm about 3 episodes in, I think, and I mean already the quality is just incredible.
When you get to, I don't know if you listened to the episode itself. When you get to about episode 6, it's 5 or 6. There's a very special cameo I'd love to hear your thoughts on. It's what I talked about in the episode. I'm curious what you think of it.
Okay, who would it be? Like,
do you want me to spoil it?
A cameo? No. But like a cameo that I would know.
You'll know immediately who it is. Kaya and Charlie knew who it is.
It's gonna be like Nicolas Cage or something.
I'm not. If you don't want me to spoil it, I won't say it.
I'm curious your
Don't
thoughts,
spoil
though.
it.
When it happens, I'm curious what you think.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. It feels like. Does it feel to you guys like the golden age of television is now over?
No, not at
Yeah,
all.
kind of.
No, what the fuck? I think now more than ever, television's getting the higher quality shit because movies are too expensive. And
Mhm.
television, everyone's watching through streaming services. I think now more than ever, we're getting bangers.
I feel like it's more derivative than ever, though.
I think it depends on how you define television. If you mean just programming, then no. We're getting tons of good shows. There's tons of different options, whatever. But if you mean
No, I'm talking about
culturally,
these big marquee events. Yeah, these big,
Absolutely.
like Band of
100%.
Brothers.
100%. If you launch something today like Seinfeld or The Simpsons, it wouldn't have nearly the impact it did back then. Not even remotely the same. That's absolutely dead. That
Yeah.
whole culture of everyone watching the same thing or having like a giant obsession around the same property like that, I think
That's
is
just-
totally dead.
That's just super wrong. Now more than ever, that's happening. Like, look at Euphoria. Like, there's so many shows that come out now that everybody is watching. Halo season 1, same
Are
thing.
you
Like
watching Euphoria?
The Witcher. No, I did. I tried to. It just wasn't something I really enjoyed. But it
Exactly.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
good. Like I think Jackson means actually good shows. Like Halo isn't good.
Halo's awful.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Andrew's point was that
Yeah.
nobody's sitting around and watching the same thing anymore, like these big things, when really more than ever, I think people are.
But I think that's completely correct. I can't name a single iconic thing from Halo or Euphoria, whereas people quote Seinfeld and The Simpsons still to this day. And people
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
know
not
We're
saying
all-
that they're
we're all on di-
better,
we're
but
all
they
on
still
different points,
exist. Yeah, I think the point's kind of all over the place.
but they're not nearly the same level. When Seinfeld's finale aired, they played it on Times Square, and it brought New York to a literal fucking standstill so they could watch it. Like,
Yeah,
shows
but we
don't
can't do that
today.
now because there's too much advertisement money holed up in Times Square monitor.
There's too many different things. Like back then, yes, now is better for choice. It's the same with video games. You now have more options
Yeah.
than ever, more big things than ever. But back in the day, you would only have one monumental thing or less monumental things going on at one time. So more and more people would get into it and obsess over it and talk about it. Whereas now, they're less iconic.
The argument is usually like it's an age thing, like we're just too old for content nowadays or whatever. But I disagree.
No.
Like I find it very hard to watch modern shows or anything like that, and I can't get as engaged. But I can definitely go back and pick up a new show from like the early 2000s or late 90s or 90s in general, and more often than not, like I'm immediately like intrigued by the writing or I like the production and stuff like that. I'm immediately like, okay, I could definitely watch a season of this, you know. But that doesn't happen these like with modern shows to me. Like Euphoria, I tried, hated it, stuff like that constantly. Then you got shit like The Idol and stuff like that. But I'll continue to go back and go and watch Band of Brothers, and I'll be like, holy shit, this is incredible. Or I'll go back and watch House, and I'll be like, yes, this still holds up. And shit like the West Wing, which is fucking just incredible as well. It's just so much.
You can still apply that to the internet now. Look at the popular television memes that you see around the internet. They're most of the time still Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Now, Better Call Saul is more recent, but it's still the same property. It's still the same idea because that's a more iconic thing. When Breaking Bad came out, it was the show. There really wasn't anything else at the time that really went up to its caliber. Now,
Game of Thrones came out at the same time.
it came out after,
Game of
though.
Thrones really killed themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the last season or the last 2 episodes or whatever really made
That's
the fans
fair. 4
so
seasons.
angry that nothing. You don't hear anything about that show anymore. Whereas Breaking
'cause
Bad
yeah.
still just holds up.
Well, we've had that conversation before. Season
Yeah.
8 and
Yeah,
really
we have.
season
No,
7 as well ruined Game of Thrones.
The
but
last,
Yeah.
it was a gradual decline. Yeah,
the last 4 seasons. Okay, you've lost your mind. It was not the last 4 seasons. It was the last 2
It was that-
seasons.
no, seasons 1
No,
to
it was
4.
last 2.
No. Season 1. Okay, season 1 to 4, brilliant. Some of the best television and adaptation work possible. Like incredible series between 1 and 4. 5 and 6 were okay, but the quality was definitely declining at that point, especially in the writing department. 7 and 8 were travesties. Just fucking some of the worst adaptation work. I mean, you can't even call it adaptation work. It's all fanfic at that point. But it's some of the worst shit ever put on screen. And just like a spit in the face of the world, the mythos that they had created, the characters, just awful. So
I
it
just
really
think you're
was the
wrong
last
about
4
5
seasons.
and 6. 5 and 6 were still good.
Maybe I'm maybe we just disagree. Maybe I'm not wrong. Maybe you're not wrong.
I just think you're misremembering what seasons had what 5 and 6. Like I just re-looked it up. 5 and 6 had some of the big fucking episodes in them. Like
Oh, they absolutely
I
did. And there were some episodes that they did extraordinarily well. Like you look at, I think it was season 6 with the band of. Was it season 6 with Battle of the Bastards? Was that 6?
Yeah, season 6 was Battle of the Bastards, brother.
Yeah, one of the best episodes, but that was all pure like production combat done extraordinarily well. What we forget usually,
I thought
what we forget usually is the writing in that season, like the Dawn arc and stuff like that. Fucking awful.
What? I thought they did a great job of building up to Battle of the Bastards through this gradual, this gradual escalation of everything popping off, and I thought they did a great job with setting up Ramsey.
The writing.
No, I totally fucking disagree with that.
All right.
I'm telling you, Jackson, season 7, around episode 2 or 3 is when the cracks began for most casual people. Whereas
I can tell you right now, as someone
invested
invested in the community at that time.
But you're invested in the community. No, you're invested in the community. I'm talking about casual watchers. I had a ton of friends and family who would just watch it just to watch it, and they loved 5 and 6. I remember having discussions with them about 5 and 6.
Okay, I'm not arguing against the cultural impact or the cultural popularity that the show had. Obviously, it only got more popular and popular. What I'm saying, as a fan of the books, as a fan of the series, especially like an early adopter, watched it immediately and waited each week, and I was passionately on the message boards reading all fan theories and shit like that. Someone heavily invested. The writing definitely suffered as soon as they ran out of something to adapt. As soon as it was all original input, something completely of their own minds, the quality of the writing immediately suffered.
Sure, and here's where your problem is. Here's where you shot yourself in the foot. You said you're a fan of the books. That means you are no longer the casual audience. The vast majority of Game of Thrones watchers did not read the books.
I'm unsure of what the argument is now, because I was never arguing about anything to do with the casual audience. I said the writing suffered.
Yes, and we're talking about at large the perception of the series. The vast majority of people who watched loved seasons 5 and 6. It's season 7.
That was never my argument. My argument was that the writing suffers past season 4.
But it was still popular. That's exactly what we were talking about.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's popular or not. I'm saying the writing sucks, and it does. Charlie disagrees with me.
I just don't think the writing was bad in season 5 and 6 at all. I really don't. Unless you're comparing it to like the source material, then probably it's worse. But I thought it was still very good.
There's no source material. There's no source material.
Well,
that's my point.
You're comparing it to like the books like before with everything they adapted. But now that they weren't adapting, you're saying it's worse.
Okay, here's what I'm comparing it to. From 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm comparing to the first 4 seasons of the show, which were a masterclass in writing. They really were, for television at the time, definitely. They were fantastically written episodes. After that, the writing, the dialogue especially, was awful. The world building was awful. And it's those cracks that started that eventually bled into 7 and 8 and created the issues that everyone hates, like the constant time traveling around. Nothing felt serious, or nothing felt like it had high stakes. And it's because of those early cracks in 5 and 6 that feeling kind of like snowballed, in my opinion. Maybe people disagree with me or not, I don't know, but that's my feelings.
I think that is more the opinion, because I don't think it was that. I think it was the sudden, just uncaring resolution to lots of problems. Like, I think the absolute moment that the series died is when Anya kills the Night King. Is he the Night King, the zombie dude?
Well, it definitely died before that.
No. But in my opinion, that's when it was unsalvageable. Like, it was bad. It was real bad, but I was like, the Night King was still hype. They still hyped it up. They still showed how big of a threat it was. They still built everything up. They still had everything behind it. And it could have gone, okay, everyone's going to do something cool and unite and have a fucking fight with the Night King. And then she just runs out of the shadows and stabs him. And you have literal seasons and seasons and seasons of buildup for nothing, for just an actual nothing moment where nothing happens.
Oh man, I hate talking about this again, but like, you have, like you said, 6 seasons of this intense rivalry built up between Jon Snow and the Night King. I can't even remember his name. Whatever his name is, the leader of the White Walkers. You have this intense build up, like over Hardhome and the fight there and stuff like that. Like it was all building up to this point of this dramatic conclusion between them. What happens? Like he's not even there at the end,
Yeah.
like to see the Night King die. It's just Arya for some reason assassinating
Somehow.
him.
It's not
so
even
dumb.
some reason. Like she wants to kill him. It's somehow. We don't even know how she got there or what's going on. She just runs out of the darkness and stabs
I
him.
fucking hate those last 2 seasons. I hate those last 2 seasons so fucking much. Anyway, old topic. Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for dragging on about
Either
that.
who, anyway, doesn't matter, not important. All I'm saying is I think the culture, to go back with your original argument, Jackson, the culture of television is absolutely dead. And another point of it that I didn't even remember to bring up is back then the internet was not what it was today. The internet makes things seem way bigger, way more prevalent, spreads them far easier. But back then when you had shows popping off left and right that were really, really something that stuck around, it's because it just had natural reach through television. It was only from television that you got it. Whereas now, if you have a show that's on streaming or on television, you have clips everywhere on the internet. Some people watch entire episodes of Family Guy without ever turning on Fox. Or without even ever turning on wherever the fuck it streams. They watch episode uploads on Twitter or where the fuck ever. YouTube. And I think that's why Jackson's right with saying culture around television is just totally dead. The show's still there, still a thing, but the culture, the idea of television golden age, totally dead. Absolutely dead.
Yeah, but maybe we'll have a renaissance eventually, which would be cool.
Nah, television sucked. I'm glad it's dead. Fuck commercials.
Never
Fuck
mind.
not picking what you want to watch. Fuck that.
No, but with the big marquee events like Band of Brothers, you didn't have to watch advertisements or anything like that.
Well, you had to pay for it. It was on HBO. It wasn't free.
I mean, I'm okay with paying for good things. That's never been a problem.
True.
with
Well,
me,
you can still
as long
pay
as
for
they're good.
HBO. It streams right now, Jackson. You can actually literally.
Yeah, but isn't
pay
like
for
HBO
it.
awful now? Isn't HBO like really bad now?
Did they change that into Max? Did that happen?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. Any last words from you guys, Charlie? Any final fucking comments on that whole debate?
Which debate?
Any of them?
Game of Thrones, or were we still
TV.
Vaush? Like what debate? There wasn't really a debate.
There was a debate. We butted heads respectively. I mean, debate.
Well, it's not a
brain
debate. It's
hurt.
just a complete difference in taste. I didn't think seasons 5 and 6 had bad writing or anything, and I thought the payoff was always worth, especially with Battle of the Bastards at the end of 6.
I thought because we moist mated them pretty. I think we moist mated 5 and 6, but I think we.
Well, I
thought
did
we
on my
agreed.
rewatch. I still think 1 through 4 were better. I'm not saying that 5 and 6 I think were the best, but I didn't think they were bad.
Oh, I don't think they were like 5 and 6. I don't think were like bad. I just think that's when the decline started to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were declining. They just weren't as good as seasons 1 through 4, but I still thought they were still very, very good.
All right, well, now we're going to have a debate about words because I don't understand what you mean. If they're not as good as the previous 4 seasons, how is that not a decline?
That's not really a decline. I don't know.
It
To me,
is.
that's
If
not a
it's-
decline because it's okay.
Okay, is it the same
like,
quality? Is it the same quality as the first 4?
I think it's the same quality. It's just it wasn't as interesting as 1 through 4. I guess. I thought the quality stayed
This is
the
a
same.
semantics argument, Jackson. You
Yeah,
could say
I guess.
decline to mean a 0.01% decrease, and that would technically be a decline. Charlie's saying decline as in a noticeable contrast in quality. It's semantics. You're just
Okay.
arguing over the meaning of the word decline. It's pointless.
Yeah, okay. So I do think there was a noticeable decline in quality. And if you disagree with that, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think there was some noticeable decline in anything.
And I'm on Charlie's
Okay.
side, so you're wrong. So shut up, Jackson. That's 2-1, and Kaya
Okay,
doesn't
there we go.
vote because he's neutral, so you lose. Sorry, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the official podcast. I'm sorry we have to end right there before Jackson can rebuttal. Jackson, would you like to wrap the episode up?
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching this episode of the official podcast. Hope you got your Vaush fix in and Game of Thrones news from fucking 10 years ago. And I hope this felt like a blast from the past. Appreciate you watching. We got bonus content. We're doing movie night watch-alongs at the moment on Patreon. That'll be happening every week.
Ghost
Kaya
stories.
and myself are watching Ghost Stories, which is fantastic. Truly from the golden age of television. So you can go watch that over at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. And we've got other series. Criminally Stupid's coming back soon. And we've also got Red Thread, which will be happening more frequently soon. go check it out. Go enjoy all the official content that we're producing as much as you can, or if you don't watch it. I don't care. Bye.
Bye-bye.